Fortnite's impact is undeniable, and it continues to still impact gaming to this day. You load up almost any game, free to play or not, that has multiplayer, you're going to notice there's always a battle pass, and there's always a shop, and there's always a similar UI. While I don't think Fortnite was the one that created that UI initially, they're the game that made it popular and made it mainstream, and why it's still so relevant to this day. Look at the Black Ops 3 menu, and then look at a Black Ops 6 menu. The Black Ops 3 menu had so much more personality. Call of Duty menus in general used to have so much more personality, and now it's this mainstream Fortnite-looking menu that loads into every single Call of Duty since 2019. This was the same game that was trying to experiment with social hubs for a while to load into games, and now it's just gone. They completely scrapped that idea. And then you even go into other games like Halo Infinite, Marvel Rivals. They have the same UI. I don't know why all these companies just want to go for this instead of making something more exciting, something new, and not this mobile game Fortnite-esque menu that they all have. It really is what I call the Fortnitification of gaming. And for a while, you had a bunch of companies trying to make a battle royale, trying to replicate Fortnite's success. And no, this is not me saying that Fortnite invented battle royale. They did not. PUBG was around a few months before Fortnite battle royale, and then even before that, you had H1Z1, DayZ, Minecraft, survival games. There's always been a want for this kind of mode, and Fortnite was kind of the one that blew it up. I shouldn't say blow it up, because I think PUBG really blew it up, and then Fortnite made it mainstream. Then every game had a battle royale. Apex Legends, Black Ops 4, Warzone, Halo Infinite had a scrap battle royale mode, and then you see all these other battle royales popping up on the market. Which again, Fortnite isn't the full reason why these games existed, but it is a huge catalyst as to why they do exist in the first place, with a battle royale mode. Battle passes is the one where I feel like has the most impact on gaming as a whole. Almost every single game now has a battle pass. Actually, I don't know if there's any progression in multiplayer games that don't have a battle pass, which at first I thought battle passes were really good, and as we get more into it, they kind of became worse and worse. Fortnite's battle pass was good because it was $10. You got like 1,300 V-Bucks, I think, for 950 V-Bucks. So your V-Bucks were building as you were playing the game. And then for that $10, you got a bunch of cosmetics. I mean, at the time, that was like unheard of. We were coming off the loot box era. So at this time, the battle passes seemed like a great deal. And at that time, they were. You only had one battle pass to worry about. You had like 90 days, and you had a bunch of cool looking skins. You get your money back to buy the next battle pass. It's like, man, as long as I keep playing the game, I get free progression. And in a free-to-play game, that is huge. Only having to pay $10 to unlock basically the entire game's progression system as long as you keep playing, sign me up. You knew exactly what you were getting, you knew the time frame you had, and you knew how long the season was going to be. Then, every single other multiplayer game saw Fortnite's success with battle passes and wanted a piece of that pie. And now you'll be lucky to find a game without a battle pass. All progression now is almost locked exclusively behind a battle pass. You cannot earn cosmetics anymore, or it's very rare to earn cosmetics anymore through gameplay, through achievement. It's now all through a battle pass. Fortnite, it wasn't a problem because it was a free-to-play game and it was just getting started. Like, at that time, that was the best form of monetization for that game and where the state it was in. There is no reason for a game like Call of Duty to have 5 $20 battle passes in its lifespan. Well, an optional $20 one because of the black cell. You could buy the normal battle pass for $10, but you could buy the black cell, you know, with all the cool stuff for $20. So that's an extra $100 just to get any sort of progression in a game you already paid $70 for. And no, I'm not counting gun camos as progression. At least with loot boxes, you could earn loot boxes in game and you had a chance of getting something cool. Now it's like, if you don't want to pay the $20 for the battle pass, well, you're not getting anything cool. You're going to look the same as everybody else, unless maybe they throw in a free event and you could get a free skin that way. But also, that event is in the form of a battle pass. Then you have a game like Halo Infinite. Halo should not have any sort of battle passes, especially for the armor that they threw in there at first. How many times do we have to unlock the EVA helmet? Since Halo 3, right, when it was introduced in 2007. So we're going on almost 20 years, and you want us to buy a battle pass to unlock armor that we've already gotten for free in other Halo games, but now it costs money. It's behind a paywall, and it's behind a bunch of level progression, where previously it was behind your Spartan rank or an achievement, like some kind of achievement you have to do. This isn't even just the EVA, this is just armor in general. It's taken away the achievement in order to put it behind a $10 battle pass that you have to reach level 73 for to even get what you want. And the worst part is Halo isn't even full armor sets in the battle pass. You have to unlock the shoulders, then you have to unlock the thigh plates, and then you have to unlock the wrist, and then you have to unlock the helmet, and then you have to unlock the visor, which is absolutely insane. It should be the full armor set, it should be the full skin. I mean, imagine if the rec packs, you just got a shoulder pad. That would be so dumb. And that's my problem with a lot of these games' battle passes, is that the value is not there. It does not provide the same value as Fortnite. Fortnite now, you get a bunch of emotes, you get a bunch of skins, you get a bunch of cool looking stuff that has effort into it. And you go into a game like Apex Legends, and it's like a few mediocre skins for a character. Like, it's literally just recolors. And then the cool thing is the weapon skin at tier 100 and tier 110. So you got a bunch of just lame items, and then the cool item is the tier 100. Good luck getting to tier 100 too if you don't enjoy playing the game, because then you're going to have to buy tiers to get to that tier 100. Otherwise, you're going to completely miss out. FOMO with battle passes is something that's been discussed. It's something that's kind of going away, and I'm kind of iffy on it because I do like the exclusivity factor. It showed that you played during a season, which I think we need more of. Maybe not in the form of the battle pass, but something to show your loyalty to the game, that you've been here for years, and you know, you have something exclusive and something to show for it. Because I don't fully like the idea of something being available for only like 2 weeks and then it's never available ever again. Well, not really 2 weeks, but like a few months, and then you want it, well, too bad, it's gone forever. Battle passes really took over loot boxes and took out loot boxes, but instead of loot boxes, now we just have a set item shop. That's cool, right? We know exactly what we're getting. Except those skins are in forms of bundles for the most part, and they're like $20 to $25 each, which is insane. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but at least with loot boxes, you had the chance of earning it in-game. And if you spent $20 on loot boxes, that was like 10, 12 loot boxes. That's a good amount of gear that you had. Yeah, it was a gamble. But if the loot boxes don't have dupes in them, you're going to get it eventually, and you're going to get a bunch of other cool stuff on the way, and you could earn it in-game. Now, if you're looking at a trailer for a new season of a game, you're like, oh, great, I see a skin I like, but is it going to be locked behind a battle pass I'm going to have to reach tier 46 on, or is it going to be locked behind the item shop that I'm going to have to spend $25 on and get a bunch of junk I don't want just to get the skin that I want? Again, I'm not saying Fortnite invented an item shop. That's not true at all. Item shops have always been around, but the pricing, the way they're structured, Fortnite, you could definitely see the Fortnite influence around it. The last thing I want to cover with the Fortnitification of gaming, and I know almost every single game has felt this sense, is collabs. When Fortnite first introduced Thanos back in Season 4, Season 5, that was like groundbreaking at the time. No one has seen anything like that. You saw all the videos of people doing Thanos emotes or emotes with Thanos, and how crazy like the internet was going at the time. Like, oh my god, if Thanos was doing the Orange Justice, this and that. Gaming collabs weren't really that much of a thing prior to Fortnite. I mean, yeah, they existed here and there, but really outside of like something like Super Smash Bros, like you're inside of your same license, you really didn't have collabs that often. And now every single game you load into has some sort of collab. Sorry, not every single game. Almost every single game that you log into that has a shop has collab skins. And the worst offender of this is Call of Duty. Call of Duty has lost its identity chasing Fortnite's success, and I will die on that hill. I mean, before collab skins, you had the goofy skins here and there for Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong. Like, you had the clown skin, you had the gingerbread skin, you had like goofy skins here and there, and that was fine. But now it's like, oh, there's more goofy skins in Call of Duty than there is like Milsim skins. Like, why is there Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty? Why is Rick and Morty in Call of Duty? Why do we have Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty? Like, there's so many like other military-esque companies they could go for and collab with, and they just choose IPs that don't associate with military shooters at all, just because of the fan base it's going to bring in and the money it's going to bring in. With Fortnite, I believe the data was around 20% of all cosmetics in the game are collab, and I feel like it's the same thing with Call of Duty. It fits right on track, where it feels like 20% of all the game's cosmetics are some sort of collab skin. And I'm not against collabs, but I'm against when they feel out of place. With Fortnite, they don't feel out of place because the game is goofy in general. It's a goofy, cartoony, third-person battle royale. With Call of Duty, well, at least at one point in time, it was a military simulation shooter, right? It was arcadey, but it had grit to it. It had feel to it. It felt like a military shooter, and it treated itself more seriously than it does today. And then you look at a game like Overwatch, which has been out for over 10 years at this point, or 9 years. The collabs were very rare back in the day of Overwatch, and then Overwatch 2 came out, And about, I think since 2024, we've probably had a collab almost every single season. I really think what's happening here is that Fortnite showed companies that, hey, your character can be in games and it can make a lot of money and it could boost your brand IP without damaging it. That's just my thoughts on the Fortniteification of gaming. Gaming feels very uniform now. Almost everything feels the same. No menus feel unique. No progression feels unique. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.